overdosing on lefts and rights with no signal of red. It said 2 lefts don't make a right, but 3 do. Proceeding to the living room couch, slouched, stolen and barely breathing, clinging to life and rapidly leaving this dimension. And I forgot to mention that Mom was right in the kitchen, and I was the first left cause she disconnected at birth, and that day they should have took him in a hearse because even though she was there, she hid her eyes to his immature growth. Post-umbilical cord cut, it was just a roast. But the joke was on a young man who just needed a hug, attention to keep him from the block, from carrying this 44 Glock to make him feel safe. The pace of a life far too fast, so now he has this syringe of self-hate stuck in his arm to slow the pain. To this moment, seconds before he left the body, and Mom was so high and mighty thinking I'll take another puff and sip to feel the drag, the jet lag of her soul, but was light years in the past days of the next left, who left when he fought Mommy cause Daddy had a compass for something better. Instead of love letters, it was closed palms to the face. The chase of a broken home, he wanted it bad, and the little lad heard it through the walls, tears in his eyes as he paused, wondering what he did wrong. But no one was able to sing the right song, so that his domestic fling ended with a slammed door by Daddy, and sadly, he left him with no L to beseech because Dad never told him how to reach for the Most High. So we left him with nothing that can make him right. And right when the clock struck 12, he left this world. Right before the third left could have turned him right. So before these lights dim on our family sin, maybe rewind these words back and begin to melt hearts that no one ever thought to thaw. You know, this poem is about a friend that I lost. You know, I can remember we were friends, from first grade preschool. And, you know, I can remember the first day we smoked weed in it was middle school, you know, and, you know, it was just weird because it's like, you know, we're middle school, you know, you're starting to drink, you're starting to smoke weed, and I remember that, you know, my grandma died, and, you know, through that chain of events, I was forced to live with my dad, and, you know, he was there with his moms, and you got to think about it. That's an early age to be introduced to, you know, some things, and she was very loose, you know, doing her own thing. And, you know, those things turn into other things, which, you know, I wasn't aware of. So I remember getting that call when I was in high school that he had overdosed. And so it's one of those things where, you know, this poem is dedicated to, you know, the parents, and to just be aware of even introduction of things, and, you know, and just being aware of, you know, your child's life, because those things can change. And I think about it sometimes, you know, I could have been on that same path if, you know, Yahuwah didn't have something else for me, and his Hassad and mercy, you know, didn't protect me from that, and he snatched me out of that situation because, you know, I was already on the path of doing the same thing that he was doing, and, you know, he got into hard drugs, and then got, you know, and lost his life when he was 19. So, you know, this is dedicated to the parents to just stay up, do the thing. You are used to bring a child into this world. That is your responsibility. That is your responsibility from the Most High, and that is a gift. It's something to be watchful for, that you have to take care of, and you will be accountable for it. So, man, this is dedicated to Zach.